What is happening, people? It's afternoon. So this afternoon we're back at the lake, and we figured we'd put a fishing trip in. This is Thursday, October the 8th. It's about 4:38. We got the hurricane's moving in the Gulf, and it's going to dump some rain here in North Carolina probably Saturday, so we may not be able to get our fishing trip in. So we decided to, such a beautiful day today, we decided to come down to the lake and do a little crappie fishing this afternoon. Now I'm headed through this canal, so we have a little bit of time to talk, and we'll go over here what I call the middle lake, and we're going to check some things out. And I could actually go back to that ledge where I caught them the other day. There's probably crappie, a lot of crappie stacked up, but I've been wanting to come over here to this middle lake and check things out. And so I, as a fisherman, never get locked in on just one particular place or one particular way to fish. When I know the crappie, this is fall, crappie's moving a lot, and they're staging up in different areas. And so I like to get out and search those areas, because one area may not produce one day, and then I have another area that I can go fish. So hey guys, let's go catch a fish. All right folks, you see this old fish attractor buoy? Many times other fishermen will come and drop brush around these trees. We're going to check this. Now the first thing that you want to do, we don't have much wind this afternoon, so I stopped way short, 60 or 70 yards, and shut the boat down, and I'm going to ease up here with the trolling motor. You can hear my buddy over there, he's playing some good old rock and roll music, so we don't mind that too awful bad. So they're looking at the water clarity. We're going to choose a natural colored shad bait, and so I'm going to stay away from this fish attractor, and I'm going to see. It looks like there is some fish around it, and it's 15-16 feet of water, and I'm just going to cast past it, and I'm going to allow this lure just to fall right down past it. Now I'm going to try to stay away from that fish attractor so I won't spook any fish that may be holding around it. We're just going to ease that lure right by it. That's our first fish of the evening, right down on the bottom. First crappie right there, y'all. Boom. Pretty good one too. Nice crappie, nice crappie. Now, I've gotten up here kind of close, a little closer than I wanted to be. So I'm just gonna pitch that lure up there again, and I'm gonna allow that lure. Now that crappie was down about 10, 11 feet, and I see that it's a bunch of fish, and I'm gonna show y'all them fish on that fish attractor. So there's all those fish right around that fish attractor right there. See, here's some more brush out behind it, actually out past it. Got a few fish on that. So I actually got a fish on right here, y'all. Another good crappie. Boom. Come on up here, Big Daddy. Boom. Nice. Okay, so while I'm this close, I'm gonna show you guys something. Now, I brought my 10-foot pole with me, and I am going to take that 10-foot pole, and I'm just going to allow that lure just to give us, since I'm this close, I don't want to run a trolling motor, and I'm just going to allow that lure straight down around that brush. And I can see my lure going down to the fish. One just come up and hit at it, missed it. So it looks like the fish are down around 12 feet. We're gonna switch over to a shad color. Now look, sometimes folks, you'll get to a spot like this, it's holding a bunch of fish. You'll get here and you'll catch 2, 3 fish still stacked in there. You won't catch any more. Best thing to do, back off of them, leave them alone, and come back. Now, I've got that baby bass, Bobby Garland's baby bass color. And I'm gonna take the trolling motor, I'm gonna ease back over there. Now the whole time I'm doing this, I'm trying to be as quiet as possible because those fish will spook out. And I'm gonna tell you a little something I've saw the last couple of times I've been out fishing some of this submerged brush. All right, that's a good one right there. Another good fish. Good quality crappie right there, y'all. Look at that crappie. Good quality crappie. Another decent little crappie. Tell you, we've got a couple of nice ones. I don't know if I might let him go back. He's a keeper, but so we'll let him go back. And I'm gonna tell you what I did on that crappie. I saw him come up to that live scope to hit that lure. Now see, I'm back using the curly tail. I really think that action of that curly tail is the key this afternoon, because I let that straight tail down there and they wouldn't hit it, but I think they see that curly tail coming down, falling, and they are keying in on that curly tail. Now I watched that lure fall down to where a crappie was just then, and one's got it on the fall again. See, they hit it on the fall, which is typical for a crappie. And many times it's another good crappie. Now I have got myself right over top of the buoy. Now I'm not going to run my trolling motor when I'm sitting right over top of it. So let me cover this really quick before I forget it. Lots of times I get to the lake and I get concentrating so much on fishing, I forget to pass along to you guys what I actually see. Now you can see right out in front of me, there's a fish attractor. Somebody sank some brush there, and they've sank some more brush kind of over here to the right. And you'll find that a lot. Now the water's 16 feet deep. Up another creek, the water's about 13 feet. So this is what I've noticed the last couple of times I've been fishing brush, is once you get over top of it and go to catching a few fish, a lot of those bigger fish will just move away from it, because you catching fish, the commotion, the boat bumping around. And since I have live scope, I've noticed that. So when we was at Kerr Lake, and again the other day, I noticed as I moved away from what I was fishing and I was scanning the bottom, I would see a pocket of larger fish right on the bottom, away from maybe 30 feet, 40 feet away from that structure in a tight ball. And I caught some of those fish. That was some of the fish I caught at Kerr. I actually spotted them. Now as you fish this area, these fish will begin to spook out and they'll stage somewhere else out around it. And when you back off in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however how long it takes, those fish will move right back up here. So it's good after you fish the place and it goes dead, or you only catching little fish, just back off, go somewhere else. Like there's a bridge there, go down and fish the bridge 30 minutes and come back. A lot of times the biggest fish that you catch when you get to a spot like this, the biggest fish will be the first fish that you catch. Then they'll start getting smaller. So we're gonna fish this spot just a few more minutes. I'm gonna run up to the lake and check a couple other places. But just remember that, is when you fish in this spot, now I'm gonna be sure I take that live scope, and either I'm gonna fish around here. Now I have the live scope, I can look around this in about a 30-foot circle and see if it's any fish has moved off away from this spot here. So I want to try this jigging spoon here, this gold spoon that we was using the other day, just before I leave. So hey, let's go catch a fish. Got 'em. We go check. It's a good crappie right there, y'all. Boom. There it was. Got y'all. Got that on the fall. Not a big crappie. Looks like he might be a little bit better. He's a little bit better. Oh, he's still a little small. Better one. Hit that old jigging spoon. Yeah, it's a good one. Now folks, I just picked this jigging spoon up at Academy Sports. Not sure what it's called, but it sure looked like a shad. And just caught my first fish on it. These fish are down about 10 feet. Let's see if we can pull another one out. I love to catch fish jigging. So look guys, we've caught crappie. They haven't liked vertical, just vertical suspending the lure straight down on the long rods. We did catch one or two that way. They seem to like, this afternoon they seem to like you to cast it up and for it to be moving. And we've caught a couple with the jigging spoon, this new jigging spoon. This one, I thought it looked like a, you know, a shad. So I felt like I'd give it a try. Now look, we've come back to the ledge out here where we found some fish the other day, and I'm not going to throw a buoy marker off. We spent some time around a good dock up there in that creek where I caught some fish last year, and so it's getting late. I got about a 5-mile run to get up there to that other brush pile, and since it's getting late, I'm gonna come down here and see if I can find these fish to see if they still here, and see if we can use this new lure on them. Now they are knocking the bejeebies out of that. There's one right there. They are knocking the bejeebies out of this little shad looking spoon. And there's the first one. And he is a decent crappie. Another reason I like this spoon, see, it's got a little bit better hook in it. He's a little small crappie. Now, he responded well to the spoon. There's one right there. That feels like a pretty good one. I just barely was bumping that jig. Let's see him come up here. And he is hooked in the tail. If y'all wouldn't believe me if I hadn't Hadn't showed y'all that. Boom. What in the world? Hooked through the tail. And that shows you one probably hit at it, and I probably jerked it up. Now let's see if we can get on them again. Now this is pretty neat. Let me see if I can show you this real quick. See that right there? That looks like the old bridge. That looks like a timber that they left. This is the ledge where it falls off. And I don't have it really orientated where you see the crappie, but that's what we fishing around. And then there's that ledge there. You can see some crappie. Let's see if we can orientate it kind of more to the side, and you can see that old bridge pile in there. That's pretty neat stuff. Hey guys, we're getting ready to end the video. You can see the sun's going down in the background, so we're going to get off the lake, get home, and eat some supper. Like I said earlier, it's early October. It's the 8th. And fish, I noticed, are moving up in the water column. We're catching some around the 8 and 10 foot level. And we caught them a couple of different ways. We caught them vertical jigging, spoons out in some deep water on the ledges. Caught some over top of some brush, just suspending plastic baits right over top of them. Also caught them on plastic baits, actually casting and coming across the top. So several methods caught fish today. Like I always say, don't get stuck on one method. Caught some really good fish this afternoon, and hey, we look forward to coming back. Got a big storm coming in this weekend. We may not get a chance to fish, so we wanted to come out this afternoon. And as you can see behind me, that sun going down. Great temperature. Hey, great time to be out on the water fishing. Hey guys, you better get out here and go fishing. Hey guys, remember to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. That's what supports and keeps me doing what I do. And we appreciate all the support we've been getting so far and all the comments. Comment below if you'd like to. Give me some suggestions if you want to see something different. And I always like to see those comments. Hey guys, you remember, it's a wild life. And I'll see you.